Hi 2-3, welcome back to the second week of Camp Challenge. I'm glad to see you. So, let us rise, stand up, and we're gonna stretch a little bit. So, I want you to reach for the stars. Try and touch your ceiling. I can almost touch mine. Oh, actually I can. And then we're gonna bend over and touch our toes, okay? Okay, stand up. So, repeat after me. This is my talking voice. This is my singing voice. Good. So, remember, while we're singing and standing up, we always want to be using our singing voice, okay? Don't use your talking voice. Don't go, wah, 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 wah. No, use your la, 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 la. Okay, good. So, you're still standing. I'm sitting at my piano, okay? And we are going to sing a little bit. So, the first syllable that we're going to sing on is ma. All right, and we're going to sing it like this. Ma, 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 ma. Okay? Ready, sing with me, ready, sing. Ma, 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 ma. Ma, 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 ma. Ma, 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 ma. Ma, 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 ma. Oh my goodness, 2-3, I messed up. Let's start over, all right? Right here. Ready, ready, sing. Ma, 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 ma. Ma, 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 ma. Ma, 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 ma. All right, thanks for restarting that with me. All right, this time we are going to do it on ooh, like scary ghosts, okay? So, I want us to go, we're gonna listen first. Ooh, all together. Ooh, ooh, ready, sing. Ooh. All right, cool, all together. We're gonna do it together this time. Ready, ready, sing. All right, now we are going to do it on E. Can everybody say E? Great. So we're going to do it on E, but we're going to change it up a little bit. We're going to add some spice in there, okay? We are, instead of doing it do, 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 we're going to spice it up a little bit, okay? And it'll sound like this. E, 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 E. Okay? All together. Ready? Sing. E, 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 E. E, 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 Okay. Now, I like animals. I like ending on animals. We're gonna end on an animal, and that animal is going to be the horse. We are going to neigh like horses, okay? But instead of nice and beautiful, we are going to be neigh, 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 neigh. Okay? Rather than neigh, 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 neigh. Right? We're not going to be swimming in syrup. We're going to be nice and separated, okay? All right, so ready, sing. Neigh, 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 neigh. Neigh, 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 neigh. Neigh, 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 neigh. Neigh, 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 neigh. Neigh, 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 neigh. Neigh, 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 neigh. Okay, all right, cool. And just to let it all out, at the end, we're gonna neigh like actual horses. Ready? Nay. Okay. All right. So last week, at the end, we learned a new song. Okay. If you forget that song, go back and watch it. It's called Rocky Mountain. To refresh you really quick, I'm gonna sing it for you. So it's called Rocky Mountain High. Okay. Okay. So. Ready? So I'll sing it and then we'll sing it together, okay? It goes Rocky Mountain High. Rocky Mountain, Rocky Mountain, Rocky Mountain High. When you're on that Rocky Mountain, hang your head and cry. Do, 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 do remember me. Do, 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 do remember me. All right, let's sing it all together, okay? Me and you at the same time. We'll go a little tiny bit quicker. Ready, sing. Rocky Mountain, Rocky Mountain, Rocky Mountain High. When you're on that Rocky Mountain, hang your head and cry. Do, 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 do remember me. Do, 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 do remember me. All right, great. So next up, we're going to be reviewing tone color a little bit. That's what we talked about last week. And we're going to learn some new stuff. So I'll see you then. Okay, so last week we were talking about tone color. Now, if you remember, tone color is what we use to describe how different sounds sound, okay? And we talked a little bit about the different ways that the different things that affect tone color, that change what something sounds like. There was 3 big things that we talked about. The first one was its size. The size of an instrument or whatever, like a person, right? Or a truck affects the sound that comes out of it. So usually in music, usually in life, really, the smaller an object, the higher, like right up here, the sound it makes, and the bigger something is, usually, the lower the sound it makes, okay? Right? Just think about dogs. Puppies make sounds up here, and big dogs go boof, boof, right? All the way down there, okay? So size is one of the things that affects tone color. Now, another thing that affects it is what the thing is made out of. We talked a lot about instruments because instruments, it's really easy to see that they're made out of different things, right? It's really easy to see when something is made out of wood or when something is made out of metal. And we know that what it's made out of changes how it sounds. So usually things made out of wood are more mellow and calm and nice and not as sharp sounding. And things made out of metal are usually very bright and their sound is really pingy, right? And it's a very, you can tell when you hear something usually what it's made out of. Sometimes you can't, but a lot of the time you can. Now, the third thing that we talked about was how you play the instrument. Okay, so how you play an instrument can give you a lot of clues as to what it's going to sound like. For instance, when we talk about drums, right, we hit drums. So when we hit a drum, we know that usually when we hit things, it makes a shorter sound. It's not a very long sound. Now, that's not always the case with drums, but drums are a good example of things that we use a lot of different things to play them, okay? Now, we know that we can hit things like drums. We can blow into things like wind instruments like the trumpet and the clarinet. And we know that we can shake things like the maraca. We can scrape things like the güiro, and many different things like that. All these different things affect how it sounds to you. Now, to tie that in to something that I want to talk to you guys about is I want to show you guys a new instrument every week. I wanted to last week, but I didn't get the chance to. This week, though, I'm really excited to show you an instrument. And before I play the instrument, we're going to think about what its tone color is going to sound like, what it's going to sound like. You've probably heard this instrument before and you know what it sounds like, but let's think about it in terms of tone color and what we've been talking about, okay? So let me just go over and grab my saxophone. Okay, so now I've went and I've grabbed my saxophone. Okay, so let's use our knowledge of tone color to think about the saxophone, and then I'll play some for you. Okay, so let's think about this. The size of the saxophone. Is it a big instrument? Not really, it's about medium sized. So what does that tell us? Do we think that the sound will be very high pitched or very low pitched? What about the material that it's made out of? Can you see it? Is this made out of wood? Or is it made out of metal? And finally, how do you play the saxophone? Do you hit it? Do you rub it? Do you blow into it? All those things, I want you to think about them. Think about, what might it sound like? We know that it's made of something, right? It's what it's made out of. We know how we play it. And we know that what size it is, right? It's not too small and it's not too big. Okay? So, here we go. The instrument of the week for this week is the saxophone. Alright, so I misplaced my music, but now I found it. So, here's what the saxophone sounds like. So, what you just heard was the saxophone. Did it sound anything like you thought it would? If not, that might be because there's two different kinds of saxophone playing. There's classical saxophone and jazz saxophone. What you just heard was classical saxophone. I went to school to be a classical saxophonist, so I'm mostly good at that. But now I'm going to play some jazz for you as well. Okay, hey guys, so now we're over at my computer. I wanted to show you a picture of the saxophone family. So, just like stringed instruments, saxophones come in lots of different sizes. This is the one that I was playing right here, the alto saxophone. As you can see, it's one of the smaller saxophones that there are. So, in general, it is a higher pitched instrument, but as we talked about, as you press down keys, you can make it sound lower, but never as low as, say, the tenor or baritone saxophones. Alright, mostly why we're on my computer is so that I could show you guys some of my favorite saxophone artists, people that play the saxophone. I have a couple that I want to show you, and I won't show you the whole thing, but I will link the videos in the description, so that way you can go check them out yourself. Okay? So here's the first one. This guy's name is John Coltrane. He was one of the pioneers, which means people who did a lot for saxophones. We'll listen to a little bit of this. He's a jazz saxophonist. So he was doing a little bit of improvisation at the beginning there. He has other songs, such as Giant Steps, that don't start with improvisation. I will link Giant Steps in the description. I just wanted you to see that he was a real person. Now, here is someone, another saxophonist who is a jazz saxophonist named George Adams. There he is. Wow, I really love that song. So, here is classical saxophone. This man's name is Joseph Loloff. He is still alive today and is a teacher at one of the biggest schools in the United States. So, if that song sounds familiar, it's because that was the song that I played for you guys earlier. So, I just wanted to show you a couple examples of some jazz saxophonists and some classical saxophonists. And I'm going to link a couple more that I think that you'll find interesting in the description, so that you can go listen to saxophone and explore the sound of it for yourself. Now, I'm going to put the summative question on the screen. Okay, so our summative question for today is, I want you to type in the comments one of the parts of the saxophone. Now, I want to remind you guys, you might have seen this in other videos, but I want to tell you now, there is going to be an incentive, a reward for the person that comments and watches the most videos and answers the most summative questions. So I want you to think really hard or go back in the video and try to find one of the parts of the saxophone so that you can write it in the comments and so that you can get a reward at the end of the week for being the person in your grade with the most questions answered. Alright, so now let's go back to me in person and learn a song. Alright, hey 2-3. So, to close off this week, I am going to teach you guys a new song, okay? So, this song is from a country called Ghana. Ghana is a country in Africa. So the words to this song are not in English, okay? They're in a different language. I'm going to sing the whole song. I'll tell you what it means, and then we'll learn it. Okay, does that sound good? All right, so here's how the song goes. Obwisana sana na, obwisana sa. Obwisana sana na, obwisana sa. That's the whole song. So, it's a little bit of a short song, and there's a reason for that. Now, the song means, well, I can sing an English version of it for you, okay? Listen. I won't crush my hand, Grandma, I won't crush my hand. I won't crush my hand, Grandma, I won't crush my hand. So, this song is what's known as a folk song. And what would happen is kids in Ghana, they would get together and they would sing this song. And basically what it is, if we were in person, we would play a game. And we would take rocks and we would pass them to the beat of the song. And they're saying that they won't crush their hand because they're going to be right on the beat and not crush their hand with the rocks that they're moving around. So it's a short song, but when used in the game, you want the shorter one so that you don't crush your hand, okay? So it's the same thing twice. I'll teach you the words, but just a little bit different sounding both times, okay? So repeat after me. Obwi, sana, sana na. All right, so let's put that together. Listen. Obwi, sana, sana na. Your turn. Ready, go. Obwi, sana, sana na. One more time. All together. Ready, go. Obwi, sana, sana na. Okay, so that's the first little bit. And then the second bit goes like this. Obwi, sana, sa. Your turn. Obwi, sana, sa. My turn. Obwi, sana, sa. Your turn. Obwi, sana, sa. So let's put them together. Listen to me. Obwi, sana, sana na. Obwi, sana, sa. Let's do it together. Ready, sing. Obwi, sana, sana na. Obwi, sana, sa. And then it's the exact same words, but the music changes at the end. Listen to the full song, and I'll show you what I mean. Obwi, sana, sana na. Obwi, sana, sa. Obwi, sana, sana na. Obwi, sana, sa. So did you hear the second time? It goes obwi, sana, sa. It like steps down at the end. Let's do that. Step down together. We're gonna obwi, sana, sa. Ready, sing. Obwi, sana, sa. Good. Okay. Now let's sing the whole song together. First time we go up, and then second time we step down together. Obwi, sana. Ready, sing. Obwi, sana, sana na. Obwi, sana, sa. Obwi, sana, sana na. Obwi, sana, sa. Good. So, that's it for this week, 2-3. I'll see you next week.